The title strictly says it all. What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Guardians series recap of the year, or series recap, series preview stream. And good afternoon, Daniel. How you doing, buddy? But as the title says, it's even more over than it was before. Guardians had a 4-game series against the Tigers. They had a chance to maybe gain some ground, stick up with the Twins. At least look like you want to try for the division. And what we got was arguably one of the lamest offensive performances we've seen in 3 of the 4 games. I'll bring on the Browns and the Cavs. Yeah, thank God the Browns are starting. Syndergaard is, well, washed, to say the least. Been a shit show since opening day. Exactly. Because remember, the Guardians are actually good at the start. Remember, the Guardians were actually decent. Yeah. The Guardians were actually not too bad, as I just lagged out. Nice. What's up, Jacob? The Guardians were actually good to start the year. In case you forgot. They didn't start out like shit. The shit storm started right around All-Star break. Because that's when Shane Bieber, that's right around the time when the news came out about Shane Bieber going on the IL. And then we went to Houston, and then Josh Naylor got hurt because of an oblique injury. And it's been down the toilet ever since. Yep. So I'm going to try and get through this without wanting to throw something. But really, I mean, the Guardians showed very little signs of life in this series. They really did. First game of the series, of course, remember there was a double header because of Mother Nature. So, first game, we had Gavin Williams on the mound, and Gavin has looked fantastic this year, especially the last couple outings. But the problem has been, he doesn't get run support. He rarely ever gets run support nowadays, it seems like. And, well, Tarek Screwball is a lefty, and you know how we do against lefties. We stink. So, of course, first inning comes up, and after after a long ass no, actually, not even. Akil Bardut, second pitch of the freaking game, goes out of the yard. And then Kerry Carpenter, RBI single, made it 2-0. And then old Mickey decided to get in on the action with an RBI double, made it 3-0. That was all in the first inning. And then the Guardians responded in the bottom of the first with an Oscar Gonzalez RBI single, made it 3-1. And then top of the ninth, Jake Rogers would hit a homer to make it 4-1. And then Oscar would once again respond in the bottom of the ninth with an RBI on a ground out, made it 4-2. And that would be it in terms of scoring. Gavin gave us 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 4 Ks, and a homer. Screwball went out there, 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 run allowed, 7 Ks, 1 walk. So yeah, I streamed this game. No need to really talk about it much. Screwball went three. Screwball's now 3-2, 3.76 ERA. Gavin's now 1-4 with a 3.02 ERA, and Foley had his sixth save, 2.68 ERA. Steelers are going 0-17. I would laugh so hard if they had a losing record this year. Watch, we are beating the Giants. Jacob, you only want to beat the Giants so you could gloat to Rocha. We all know how we do when you start saying stuff like that. Oh yeah, we're gonna sweep you, right, Rocha? And then it'll turn out to be a freaking absolute ass whooping at the hands of the Giants. We already know how that works when you do that, when you start doing that, Jacob. We are being just as bad as the Cubs at this point. Well, the Cubs actually got super hot lately, so they actually figured it out, it seems. This season is just cooked at this point. Do I think we're making the playoffs, Jacob? Are you serious right now? Who are you even talking about? If you're talking about the Guardians at this point, no. If you're talking about the Steelers, I don't even care. But yeah, we lose game one. And then in typical Guardians fashion, they bounce back really well in game two. With Curry on the mound in game two, he gave us 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 run allowed, 2 walks, 6 Ks. Against Joey Wentz, who went 5 innings of 4-hit shutout baseball, 2 walks, 3 Ks. In fact, the offense looked like they were going to get shut out for a little while. And then 8th inning comes up and the offense woke up against Jose Cisnero. But yeah, top of the 4th, Andy Ibanez got him on the board because Oscar Gonzalez lost the ball in the lights. That allowed the one run to score, made it 1-0, and then it would be that way up all the way up until the bottom of the 8th when the Guardian offense woke up for good. As Brian Rocchio would tie the game with an RBI single. Then Will Brennan would hit a 2-run double, made it 3-1. And then Gabriel Arias would put a nice little cherry on top with an RBI single, making it 4-1 Guards. And then Clase would come in there and do what he does best and not choke. Yeah, not choke. But he would get the job done on the mound, and we win. So we don't get swept. Yay, no sweep. Which is what I've said all year. This team is really good at not getting swept. Although it does happen quite a bit. But De Los Santos got the win. He's 5-2, 2.84 ERA. Cisnero took the loss. He's 2-4, 4.89 ERA. And Clase nailed down his 33rd save of the year. He's got a decent 3.09 ERA. I mean, it's not good, but it's not bad. It's mid. It's good. It's, yeah, all right. I mean, you want your closer to have as low of an ERA as possible. Just goes to show you he's definitely not unhittable. Me and my brother are going to the game. Nice. Oscar's ass. He's straight up booty cheeks. I watched that dude today, and I wanted to throw my remote through my window. I wanted to punch a hole in my wall. The dude swings at the worst pitches ever. He has no plate discipline at all. So, following up the win, Tanner Bybee on the mound last night. And, of course, the offense actually did give him some run support. But then they also executed the most generational tease I've ever seen from this team. They had runners on third, I think, like the final 3 or so innings. And they scored 0 runs in that frame. They could have easily scored like 7, 8 runs in this game if the offense was actually serious, which, as we've seen, they're not serious at all. Very unserious baseball team. But they had Matt Manning on the mound. We had Tanner Bybee. Manning, 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 1 walk, 2 Ks, and a home run allowed. Tanner, not the greatest. 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, 6 Ks, and a homer. And of course, the homer was in the top of the first. Kerry Carpenter would homer, making it 3-0 right off the bat. And then, bottom of the first, Cole Calhoun responded with his first homer of the year as a Guardian, made it 3-1. Then Bo would hit an RBI double, and then he would go to third on a throwing error, and he'd be left at third. So it's 3-2. And then Javi Baez in 2023 hit a homer, making it 4-2. And that would be the deciding factor because bottom 7, literally right after, Stephen Kwan would single and scoring. He would bring in the what would have been the tying run. But we were down by 1. And like I said, final couple innings, we had runners in position and we don't score. So we lose 4-3 because Nick Sandlin threw a bad pitch to a crappy baseball player who just so happened to get a hold of one. Matt Manning got his 5th win. He's 5-4, 4.31 ERA. Bybee took another bad loss, 9-3, 3.01 ERA, and then Foley got his 7th save of the year, 2.63 ERA. So now we go to today's game, and much of the same. They started off with a homer in the top of the first. Spencer Torkelson, 2-run shot. And then bottom of the 4th, Ramon Laureano would get us on the board with an RBI single, and that's all we'd get. As Kerry Carpenter would homer in the top 7 to make it 3-1, and then Baidu would hit a single, making it 4-1. And that'd be it. As far as the pitchers, Logan Allen, 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 5 Ks, and a homer. Erod, as I expected, cut us up pretty good. 6 2/3, 4 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 6 Ks. Yep. So, yeah, another pathetic performance. Erod's now 9-6, 3.03 ERA. Allen is 6-6, 3.31 ERA. And Lang got his 18th save of the year, 3.70 ERA. What happened now? Oh, Jordan Ta'amu signing with the Vikings. Hey. Love that random NFL news in the middle of a baseball stream. So basically, my Twins have the division to lose. Pretty much. As long as the Twins don't fumble it again, they should have the division, but I don't know. If I was the Twins, we already know that when they win the division, they're going to be popping champagne, but it's like, do you even really want to at this point? Because, again, the division winner was essentially handed the division because the Guardians freaking fumbled the bag super hard and fell on their face. Just like in 2021. Although 2021 was more our pitching staff literally crumbling in the dust because we already had a bad offense. Just like this year, kind of. But yeah, this year, at least our offense woke up a little bit at the beginning of the year. Pitching staff was able to really get its feet underneath them and somewhat look good, but it's tough when you've only had 2 outings from Tristan McKenzie, and then Shane Bieber got hurt. Quantrill stunk, and then he got hurt. And then it's like, he got hurt, he came back, stunk, got hurt again. This division is ass. It is straight up booty cheeks. Greased up, fermented cheeks. I wouldn't be prideful at all winning this division. I mean, yeah, I know the Twins are going to celebrate. They're going to be popping bottles like, yeah, look at us. Yeah, we won the division. Yeah. But it's like, I mean, you were practically gifted the division. because the other teams are just ass. The Sox are. Do I even need to talk about the White Sox at this point? They stink. We stink, and we're hurt. And the Tigers, well, they kind of stink too. I mean, congratulations. He won the worst division in baseball. Congrats. And if you're wondering who they would face, let's actually look and see what the matchups would be like in the playoffs right now. By the way, this is the first time since 2015 that the Tigers won the season series against the Guardians. And if you're wondering how good were the Tigers that year in 2015, they were 74 and 87. But you look at the Guardians of that year, they were just getting, I think, a lot of their young studs. I think that's right when we brought up Lindor. Jose was still young Jose. And a lot of the team that was there is not there now, obviously. I mean, obviously, the longest tenured player on the team is Jose. He's the only one really still around from those teams. But of course, that Tigers team was in year 2 of Brett Ausmus, and they were coming off an ALDS berth. From that point on, they have finished second once, that being 2016, believe it or not. They've actually finished third in their division once, and they're destined for yet possibly another third place finish unless they can pass us, which I would be shocked at this point. But that's AJ Hinch. They're actually developing their players. They're actually turning into a serious baseball team organizationally, too. Really helps when you got competent guys up top and in the coach's offices, too. That really helps. And to think, if the Astros didn't cheat, AJ Hinch would still be in Houston, and who knows who the Tigers would have hired. But the Astros just had to freaking cheat, huh? You just had to cheat, didn't you, Houston? You just had to cheat. Man. For all we know, the Tigers might have hired Dusty Baker. Who knows? But looking at the standings heading into the final weeks of August. Well, Baltimore has got a 2.5 game lead over Tampa. That's going to be a fun division race to watch. And by the way, the Yankees lost again. This is their longest losing streak, 8 games since 1995. I wasn't even born yet. And they're 6 games in last place, too. Damn. Talk about a fall from grace this year. Sheesh. This might be enough to maybe get Boone out of there. Maybe make some changes front office wise, too. Personally, I don't really want them to make changes. I want them to continue to fester in mediocrity. It's funny. But yeah, who would have ever thought Baltimore would be leading the division and New York would be in last? In fact, New York is the only team in the AL East that's 1 under 500, and 2, they're the only team that's lost, and 3, they're the only team in the AL East to have a negative run differential. AL Central is Minnesota up by 6 games over the Guardians. We're a game and a half ahead of Detroit. I would not be shocked if we ended up in 3rd. I would not be shocked at all, considering they got the Cubs and we got the Dodgers coming up. AL West is only a 2.5 game difference between the Rangers and Astros. And even Seattle's lurking around there too. Seattle's only 3 games back. They've won 6 in a row. They're the only team in their division to win games too. It's actually crazy. All of a sudden, the Mariners are involved now. NL East, it's been all Atlanta for probably the entire year. 13 games up on the Phillies. 17 up on Miami, 23 up on the Mets. I'm pretty sure the Atlanta Braves players and everyone's probably already got their division title shirts already ordered and ready to go. They probably already ordered the champagne and they're just waiting until they officially clinch. NL Central is Milwaukee up 3 games over the Cubs. And then the Big Dogs of Ohio are in third place behind the Cubs. And then the NL West, much like the NL East, is all Dodgers. So really, yeah, I mean, 2/3 of the NL is already decided in terms of division champs. Dodgers and Braves have taken over their divisions. Atlanta really has a plus 212 run differential. My God. Huh? Imagine being a Braves fan right now. Like you're not even sweating when you lose. You're like, yeah, whatever. Whatever. Just get me to the end of the season so we can start playoffs already. Man. I would legit, if I was the Braves, I'd be calling up young studs just to get them some playing time. Resting my stars until the playoffs start. But that's just me though. Yeah, Dodgers are probably gonna sweep us. I mean, they've lost what? 1 game the entire month, practically? Something like that. It's insane. Now, as far as the playoff matchups right now, like I said, uh Baltimore and Texas would have first round buys. Who would have ever thought you would say that in 2023? Baltimore and Texas having first round buys. And as of right now, there's no Boston, there's no New York at all, because the Mets are just, they're 7 games out of the wild card in the NL. But there would be no New York, no Boston. You'd have Seattle, Houston, and Tampa in the wild card teams. Minnesota would face Tampa. So yeah, you'd be getting Minnesota, known playoff chokers, against the remnants of the Rays pitching staff. But don't sleep on that lineup though. That Tampa Bay lineup is nice. Houston would face Seattle again, because although this time it would be in the wild card, not in the division series. Yeah. Now, Toronto is only a half a game out, and then Boston's right there, and after that, it's a mess. You have the Angels are 8.5 out, the Yankees are 9, Cleveland's 10.5, Detroit's 12 games out. So really, maybe 3 other teams have a chance. Toronto, Boston, and maybe the Angels if they get their act right. But right now, it's just Toronto, Boston, and then Seattle, Houston, Tampa in the AL for wild card. Now in the NL, Atlanta and the Dodgers, of course, would have the first round bye. And then Milwaukee would face Philly. And then we get San Francisco and the Cubs. Ooh. Now Arizona is right there. Cincinnati and Miami are all right there too, in striking distance. San Diego's not out of it, technically. The Mets, I guess, aren't out of it, but I don't see them making much noise. And then you'd have Washington, Pittsburgh, and St. Louis. They're all actually within 10 games. Pittsburgh is within 10 games of a wild card berth. Now, I don't think they're going to make it, but I mean, they're probably going to win 70 some games, maybe, this year. But yeah, that's where they are right now. But as far as the Guardians go, what do we got coming up? Like I said, we got a lovely 3-game series against the Dodgers. We already know how it's going to go. Am I going to stream any of these games? I might. I'll make a thumbnail but I'm probably not. I don't know if I'm going to stream him though. I have to see. It depends on the matchups. It really does. So, starting on August 22nd, coming off an off day, it will be Bobby Miller against Noah Syndergaard. Yeah, I'm not streaming that game. Hell no. Miller 7-2, 370 ERA, 70 strikeouts against Syndergaard 2-6, 657 ERA, 49 strikeouts. You look at Bobby Miller's recent outings, coming off a 6-inning, 1 hit, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 4K performance against the Brewers. Wow. That's coming off a 4-hit shutout, 4-walk, 4K performance against the D-backs, where he went 6 innings. But then before that one against San Diego, they roughed him up a little bit, hit-wise. He didn't give up any runs, and they killed his pitch count. 6 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 3 Ks, and 3 2/3. I'm not even going to talk about Syndergaard because we all saw it. The Reds picked them up big time. Against Syndergaard, Freddie Freeman, 1 home run, 6 RBIs. Kike, 1 RBI, and Rojas has an RBI. And of course, we welcome Baldman back to Cleveland. Yay, Baldman is back. Watch him have a monster series, hit like 3 home runs and freaking absolutely just destroy us. Yay. That's just our luck, though. Game 2 of the series would feature Clayton Kershaw, the legend himself, going up against Xavier Curry. Against Kershaw, Calhoun has a home run and an RBI. Laureano has 2 RBIs, and that's actually it. Wow. And then against Curry, Kike has an RBI with 1 at bat. He's batting 1,000. And we're going to take a look at StatMuse because we've actually faced Kershaw a few times in his illustrious career. Granted, we haven't had much success against him, but still. But yeah, Kershaw, last start, 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 2 Ks, got the win in 5 innings against the Brewers. Before that, against Colorado, 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 4 Ks. And then before that, also against Colorado, back in June, 6 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 Ks, and he took the win. Overall, he has not lost his last 7 games. He's 5-0 in those last 7 games. 1.26 ERA, 7 games, 7 starts, 27 hits, 6 earned runs, 10 walks, 36 Ks, .86 whip, 43 innings. It's crazy. Now we look at Clayton Kershaw. I know we haven't faced him too many times. He's 1-0 with a 3.71 ERA. We've faced him a total of 3 times. Back in 08. Damn, it's been that long. It was 9 years since we faced him before 2017. Yeah, 2008 to 2017. That's crazy. But oh yeah, 08, 5 innings, 4 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 home run allowed, 3 walks, 5 Ks. And if you're wondering who was on that team, we actually beat them 6-4. Just to show you how long ago that was. This was the lineup for that Indians team. Grady Sizemore was leading off. Jamie Carroll, Ben Francisco, Ryan Garco, Shin-Soo Choo, Franklin Gutierrez, Johnny Peralta, Casey Blake, Kelly Shopik. On the mound, we had Cliff Lee. But remember, back then, pitchers also hit. So you had Lee Betancourt, Rafael Perez, David DeLucci, Joe Borowski, and Masa Kobayashi. Wow. Cliff Lee, 7 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 1 run allowed, 3 Ks. And then, of course, in that game, they had Clayton Kershaw, who we beat up pretty good. Yeah. Not horribly, but we got to him a little bit. 5 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 walks, 5 Ks, and a homer. That home run, by the way, came from Kelly Shopik in the top of the third. That was back when the Dodgers were kind of meh. They weren't very good. They had like their previous ownership group that wasn't big spenders like they are now, from what I understand. When before Magic Johnson and them bought the team, and then all of a sudden they became a juggernaut. Wow, blast from the past, right? Didn't win 108 years when you say it that way. Yeah, I mean, every team's given Cabrera a gift. It's a guitar. I mean, okay. I also found it funny that Cabrera was awarded the guitar, and then he was over here trying to square up with freaking Jose, joking around from the fight. And Jose is looking at him like, you don't even want to try that. Stop that. He looked at him like, stop that. Like, no, don't do that. No. That just goes to show you that nobody really likes Tim Anderson. Because you got Tigers players joking around about it. Miguel Cabrera joking around. It makes you wonder, what does the rest of the league think of Tim Anderson? Like, I wonder how many players like contacted Jose, like when they played us, and they were like, "We wanted to do that for so long." If I was like, I could just see like some players being like that. You know, when they go to third base or whatever, they'd be like, "Man, we wanted to do that to that dude for so long, but we didn't want to because we were afraid of the repercussions." You know, Jose essentially was probably speaking for a lot of these other players that have had to deal with his shenanigans. Because from what I understand, yeah, Tim Anderson was talking a lot of crap to our youngsters, and who knows what else he said to other players, right? Of course, Tim Anderson wouldn't mess with Miguel Cabrera because Miggy's that dude when it comes to scrapping. I mean, right now, yeah, now Miggy's a jokester. You know, he's all about having fun. But back then, young Miggy probably would have kicked Tim Anderson's ass. He would have stuffed him. He would have stuffed him in a trash can. Oh man. But yeah, facing Curry and Kershaw. Kershaw's 11-4, 2.48 ERA, 111 Ks. Curry is 3-1, 3.24 ERA, 52 strikeouts. And then I don't think they've announced the match. Yeah, so Gavin Williams will be on the mound for the Guardians for the third and final game of the series. Obviously, they've never faced him. Now, as far as who they're going to send out, we have to once again go to ESPN.com and, you know, see who they had pitching before, after Kershaw last time. Knowing our luck, it's going to be like Urias or something. We're going to face like Urias or Urias. Because, by the way, Gonsolin was actually, I guess, not put down, but like sent down. And he's probably not sent down, but put on the injured list. Yeah. So he's probably not coming back this year. It's just been a bad year for pitching. All over. It's been a horrible year for pitching. A lot of good pitchers are getting hurt. That's the Rays. Look at the poor Rays freaking look at how things are going for them. They've lost 4 of their 5 starting pitchers. originally. Shane Baz, McClanahan's done, Springs is done, Glasnow is broken. He's one bad throw from tearing his arm up again. Savale is notorious for injuries. It's just a mess. Yeah, my guess is we're probably facing Urias again. Of course. Yep. Most likely that. No, because we got to think here. Yeah, it's probably going to be Urias. Again. Yeah, it's probably going to be Urias again. Faced him last year, too. Oh, boy. I just want the season to be over, honestly. So I can focus on the Browns. Get pissed off when the Browns do something bad. And then I'll be thinking, is there Cavs season yet? I mean, at least the Guardians took us to right near Browns season. Although, this is the quickest I think a Guardians season has ended in a while. Yeah. I mean, usually we haven't been saying, "Oh, season's over" since like the latest, like late September. This is the earliest our season's been over in a while. But I mean, the whole team regressed at the same time. Yep, the whole damn team regressed. And there's nothing you can really do about it as a fan, obviously. Just gotta hope that they get out of it. And to this point, they haven't. I don't think they will. All right, so okay, so we got Lynn. Oh yeah, wait, Lynn. Oh, wait, this is Lynn. Did they move Bobby Miller or something? Wait, hold up. Do we gotta face that loser Lynn again? That's so weird. Let's see. Tomorrow is the 20. No, we don't play tomorrow. 21st. Bobby Miller. ESPN has Kershaw Syndergaard tomorrow on the 22nd. They must have pushed back Miller or something. Yeah, they must have pushed him back. Because MLB.com has Bobby Miller versus Syndergaard. ESPN has Kershaw Syndergaard. So yeah, I'm definitely not streaming that game. I don't know. Do I really want to stream washed up Syndergaard versus old and washed up? Not old, not washed, but old man Kershaw. Or do I want to stream Lance Lynn's dumbass versus Gavin Williams? And then most likely that would mean it would probably wind up being Urias versus Curry. Well, no, because Urias is going against Boston. Wait, isn't that what? Is it going to be Yarbrough again? Sort of God, are we going to face Yarbrough again? We're gonna have to face Yarbrough, aren't we? Again, because he pitched on the 19th. Yeah, we're gonna have to face Yarbrough again. I guarantee it. Thought we got away from him, but no, nope, nope. Of course not. Yeah, we're 100% facing Yarbrough again. Oh God. Well, yeah, we're probably gonna we'll be lucky to win a game in that series. I think maybe we can beat Lance Lynn, but I don't even know anymore. I just do not know anymore. But as far as what we got coming up, according to ESPN, this is sad. We've won one of our last 4 games. Once upon a time, this team was actually really good. 59-66. Yuck. This team has fallen off a cliff. And you can just tell like when the pitching fell off too. But according to ESPN, against Toronto, Byaby versus Bassett, Allen and Ryu, and Syndergaard Kikuchi. And then we'll get Williams, Maeda, Curry, Lopez, and Byaby Gray for against Minnesota. That means we'll get Allen, Syndergaard, and Williams versus Tampa. Yay! Excuse me. Sheesh. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys tonight. No, we don't play tomorrow. We play. We have an off day tomorrow. Yeah, we have an off day tomorrow. Yeah, we have an off day tomorrow. Thank God. Of course, I'll be going up to Ohio for training camp on Tuesday, so at least I won't have to worry about that. So that's good. But that's really all I got for you guys. Hope you all have a great rest of your night. I mean, if we are facing Lance Lynn, might as well see like what we've done against him in that, just to see. Kershaw, Lynn, and I'm going to assume Yarbrough. So let's look at what we've done against Lance Lynn. We've actually had some success against him. He's 6-5 with a 3.47 ERA, 87 Ks, and 14 appearances. So far this season, he's 1-0 against us. We faced him so many times last year. We faced him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times last year. And we went 2-1 against him. And then there was also 2 no decisions as well. I mean, the last time we faced him last year, on September 21st, we kicked the crap out of him. 9 hits, 6 runs, 3 earned, 1 home run, 1 walk. Sheesh. In fact, the most home runs he's allowed against us was 2 back in 2021. When he lost, he went 6 innings. The biggest whooping we've given him in terms of earned runs was 8 back in 2022. 8 runs on 8 hits, 2 walks. That was a funky year. Very funky year. And then, of course, we face, I'm going to assume Yarbrough. So let's take a look at Ryan Yarbrough here real quick. We already know how that's probably going to go. Couldn't beat him with the Royals. We're definitely not beating him with the Dodgers. He's actually 4-0 against us with a 1.72 ERA. Yeah. We've scored, wow, 6 runs total. The most we've scored off of him is 2 in 2019. Can't even score a damn run off this guy. It's repulsive. But it's what it is. So, with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. And hope you all have a great rest of your night. I will see you maybe on Tuesday. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream that game on Tuesday. Probably not. And, oh boy. Yeah, Dashy, I heard about that yesterday. Those West Coast games toward the end of the schedule, right? Yep. Tampa Bay starting pitching, but they are still kicking asses. Yeah, because their offense is really good. That's why. So I will see you all probably Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. We'll see, though. I'm probably not streaming Tuesday because I'm not gonna watch Syndergaard get shellacked by the freaking Dodgers. So I still might stream it depending on how I'm feeling coming home from Ohio. So just be ready to see a stream pop up on Tuesday. With that being said, I'm crazy dog. Let's go Guardians. Wow, only a couple more weeks of this crap, and then it's football season. Yeah. Bye bye. Go Guards. Yeah. Someone needs to tell Tito to get his act right or retire.